Hello and welcome to Wireman's Whimsy. Today we are going to make this congratulations card using elements from the Vine Design stamp set, and I used the die to cut out congratulations from the Always dies that go with the Forever and Always set. So this one I made as a tentfold landscape orientation card. The one that I'm going to do in the demo is I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it as a portrait side opening card. So this is a Highland Heather card base, and then a basic white cut 5 1/4 by 4. And then the colors that I have used for this are Smoky Slate, Petal Pink, Pear Pizzazz, and Highland Heather. And I'm using all of them at second value, which means I've stamped off before I've put it on the paper. That creates the light, very soft background. And then I did the congratulations in the Highland Heather at full value. So why don't we go ahead and get started? I'm going to stamp the greeting first because Highland Heather's on top here. So I'll stamp the greeting and then I'll come back in and do the colors on the other pieces. I'm just going to stamp that away and make sure I've got good coverage, and I do. I'm just going to place it down in the middle, just like that. It didn't stamp very dark, so I'm just going to make sure that I am really inked up and press it down, and that's better. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put that off to the side, and then I'm going to start with the stamping. As I said, this one is kind of a landscape orientation, and this one I'm doing is a portrait orientation. So let's just get started. I started with the Smoky Slate with the large branch. So as I said, I'm doing second value. So I ink it up, stamp it away, and I want my space for the greeting, my white space, to be down here. So I'm just going to come in and start inking up the card, stamping away. And I like how the stamp is made. It's really easy to start just filling in spaces. It fits together really nicely as you're doing the inking up. And then I'm going to come in at the bottom like this. And if you want the greeting a little bit higher up, like maybe this time I'll do the greeting up here, so I can come in along the bottom as well and just do a bit more detail along the bottom like this. Okay, so that is the Smoky Slate at second value with the large vine type detail. Then I'm going to come in with the Pear Pizzazz and the little set of leaves. And we're still going to be using second value. I'm just going to come in and pop a few of the leaves in, knowing that I'm also going to be adding some other elements in as well with the little starburst flower and the little 4-petal flower. So I'm just coming in. You can always, if you want to wait to fill it completely until you've got all of your elements in, and then you can go back and sort of add more if you like. That is just fine. So that is the Pear Pizzazz. I'll lift it up so you can see the green in with the Smoky Slate. So that's the Pear Pizzazz. Using the Petal Pink with the larger starburst flower. And again, stamping away. I wanted this card to be very, very soft and subtle. I didn't want it to be kind of loud and in your face. I do really like the bright, juicy colors. But on this one, I kind of wanted it to be a softer effect, a little more subtle. You can use it, it would make a great Mother's Day card. You could also use it as a wedding or engagement card, birthday card. It has so many different options that you could make this with. Okay, so we're back to the Highland Heather and just stamping away. And you can use this little floral just to fill in some spots. and just keep going round and filling in. I find it easier to turn the card rather than try and turn the die sometimes. So I'm just coming through with the color, and I'm just going to pop another one in there. And I'm thinking I need just a little bit more color towards the edges. So I'm just going to pop a couple more in. So that essentially is the card front completed. You can see the one that I made earlier is a little busier, but the effect is the same. It's nice and soft and subtle, which is what we wanted. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to adhere it to my card base, and then I will cut out the greeting with the Always dies from the Forever and Always bundle. So I'm just going to line this up and drop it down, and then I will set this up. I'm using my small plates because I find it easier to manage smaller dies on the smaller plates, and I'm just lining that up, and then I will sandwich it up. And you'll notice I'm not putting either the die or the plates through straight on. I'm doing them at an angle, and I think I'm struggling with this one. I think I'm just going to get a Post-it note and I'm going to stick it down just so I know it's not going to shift. Sometimes when you do this, it works absolutely perfectly the first time, and then other times you just can't get it to line up. So use the tools you have, like a Post-it note. So I'll just run that through and cut it out. And there we have it. There is the greeting, and I used the small dimensionals on the back. I just put 3 on. Well, didn't seem to matter which way I cut it out, it looks good. So anyway, paper has 2 sides and I regularly use them both. So we'll just put the little dimensionals on, and then we'll just peel the backs off and we will add this to the card. So I hope that this has inspired you to create your own card with whatever greeting you need to use, and just using a softer version of the existing colors. So thank you very much for watching. If there is anything you'd like to purchase, please use the links below, and we will see you next time. Thanks so much.